Standing inside of Auburn University at Montgomery's television studio, where one professor is showing students that journalism isn't just about writing headlines. It's about telling stories that matter. Meet Professor Kendra Love, a veteran journalist whose career has spanned from small-town newspapers to national political campaigns. Professor Kendra Love's journalism journey began early than most. At just 15 years old, her natural curiosity quickly transformed into a lifelong calling to inform and inspire.
So I've always been really naturally curious. I guess you could say I've been nosy. I mean, I just always was like that kid who was reading the encyclopedia. When I was in sixth grade, we had a little sixth grade newspaper, and I was like on that, and so it kind of like just naturally kind of progressed into, hey, I want to write for a newspaper. So I got the opportunity to write for three newspapers, like three community newspapers in the one in my county, and then the two touching counties, and I just got an opportunity to write a couple of times a month for those newspapers, and it just kind of developed into this really big passion of mine.
That passion took her from local community papers to leading entire newsroom across Alabama's Black Belt region, rising from reporter to managing editor, then publisher.
I started as a reporter and a page designer, and I was a managing editor, and then eventually I was a publisher at a weekly, and I did really well with that, and then I got to be the publisher at the daily that I worked with for a long time, and then eventually I was the publisher for two weeklies in that same daily, and then my last stint in newspapers, I was the regional editor of 5 newspapers in 5 different counties across the Black Belt, so that was kind of cool to do. And then eventually, I moved on to political communication, where I was able to have my stuff published nationally and work on some Supreme Court cases and some federal court cases and cover the Alabama legislature. So, all those things, there's a whole lot of things that you can do with journalism and, touch different facets of the world. So it's kind of cool.
After more than 2 decades in the industry, Love brought her storytelling skills to higher education, joining Auburn University at Montgomery as lecturer in communication and journalism.
Do that, but I really wanted to take the skill set that I had, and I had several mentors that believed in me and that helped me be able to get to where I was with my career, and I really wanted to be able to do that for the future generation of journalists and communicators.
Beyond the classroom, Love's work has been recognized with multiple state and national awards, from Troy University's Print Journalism Alumna of the Year to Communicator of the Year honors. Her impact continues not just through the stories she's told, but through the students she's now inspires to tell their own. From the newsroom to the classroom, Professor Kendra Love's story reminds us that journalism is more than a job. It's a lifelong mission to seek truth, share voices, and make a difference. Reporting for AUM Live, I'm Nicholas Drayton.